Okay, so I had done a video, or started a video, and now I've edited it and added onto it, but I realized that I hadn't finished it. So anyways, this one's not finished. These are some altered cards that I have taken you through the beginning of them. So I didn't even show you how I did the backs. So in this video, I did show you this, but I think my camera died. Anyways, so I'm making a whole deck of these, and I'm very excited about it. So some of them are like midway, and so I mean yours, it doesn't matter that I haven't shown you how I did these ones. We're going to work on some more, but like these ones, oh, I know that's reversed, so it says she was frequently in her cups. So she's in a cup. Anyways, so I don't know why that popped into my head when I was making that, but it was cute. So because you're not going to have the same images and stuff that I have, so go through your magazines, find some interesting little things. Okay, close your eyes, because my craft room's a big mess because one of my boys is moving out and I'm reorganizing. That's my excuse, but it's always a mess. So don't look. I got this to add some beautifulness to my cards. So this one came out this year, and I thought I had missed out. I mean, I can find a lot of these images online, right? But I don't know. I like to have the images and not always print them and cut them out. But there's some really beautiful ones in here, and you know, more cups, right? So I have, so you can use old playing cards, old oracle or tarot cards. You can even use Lori Marie Jenkins. She uses those cardboard slat things in wine bottle boxes, you know, the ones that kind of fold out and in, and yeah, she cuts those up and makes interesting cards and stuff out of those. So you can use anything. You can just chop up paper. Okay, so I'm actually going to add to this video. So the first part of it might seem a bit discombobulated, but that's okay. Just keep watching and we'll get into some fun stuff. So I was going to do this as a Patreon exclusive, but I think I'm going to put it on YouTube for everybody. Oh, and with Patreon, I took away all the tiers. So whatever is on there is $5. There's only one tier. It's $5, and you'll get downloadable sticker sheets and coloring pages and whatever goofy videos or, you know, whatever field trips that I take. There's some choke cherry stuff on there. And then, yeah, there's, the COVID doll book that I'm working on. So this is this is one project that we're working on. It's not very good right now, but it will. So this one, you've seen this in other videos, okay? And there's like, I don't know how or why, probably because the beginning of this year was very COVID-y. This book was meant to just be a book on like vintage dolls, but it ended up, I don't know if you can see people in there in the film strip with gas masks on. It ended up with a little bit of a COVID feel to it, right? So this book is, we're working on this on Patreon. And yeah, gas masks. I just kept going with it. And it doesn't have to be creepy. It's you know, you can use whatever pictures you want, but all the PDFs for the creepy photos and for the dolls and stuff, they're included in your Patreon subscriptions, okay? So yeah, And then I'm also going to be making up little kits. So if you know, I'm going to print off the images and stuff like that, and I'll be providing some of maybe like the little papers and squares and bottle caps with the, you know, I'm thinking we should put like a COVID image inside there, or doll, whatever, you know, makes you feel not so creepy. Because I mean, some people find dolls to be creepy, right? So, right, like, you know, it can be a little bit creepy. It can be a little bit creepy. So, you know, this is a fun book. So that's what we're working on Patreon. And then there's a couple of other projects in there too. So anyways, so that's that. So let's get working on this. And if you are so inclined to help, please like, share, and subscribe. And then if you leave comments, apparently YouTube loves that. So go ahead and comment. But nice comments. Be nice to me. We should just always be nice to each other. Okay. See you on the table. I guess I've been watching a lot of Lori Marie Jenkins and Stephanie Ani lately. So they always say, see you on the table. The table's right here. So I'll see you there in a minute. Turn this off. I always do that, don't I? It's like I've never figured out my camera. I'll figure stuff out. I probably never will. Okay, so hang on. I wanted to show you these. Aren't they glorious? They're glorious. So we're going to be doing a project with those, but I realized that I had not shown you how to do it. So all you do, find some cards, playing cards or whatever that you don't use anymore, and just take some sandpaper or a sanding block and buff that thing so there's no shine on it. You don't have to brush off the entire image if you don't want to, but try and get the shine off. And I'm warning you now, this makes a lot of dust. So if you don't want to clean that up, go do it outside. Go and do it outside. And then I just did around the edges too. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to dust that off. You might want to use a damp cloth. Whew. That makes a mess. Okay. And then I used some watered down combination of, I think I used dark chocolate and lamp black, but whatever brown paint that you have, and just make a nice watery mess. Brush that on, and then get a paper towel or something. I'll wipe my hands off while I'm at it. And just dab. And then do the other side. Okay. There. That's it. That's the big secret. That's the big secret. Okay. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with the next step. Actually, yeah, I'm going to figure out what I want to do with the next step, and then I'll come back. Okay, see you later. Okay, so what I'm doing now is putting some random pieces of whatever on one side of these cards. So this is my last one here that I'm doing before they have to dry. And I'm just throwing on bits and pieces of whatever is on my desk. I don't know if that'll stick. Will vellum stick? I guess we'll find out. I'm actually even going to stick one of these little wooden squares on there. Let's see what happens. That could be cool. Okay. Whoops. Now it's glued to my desk. Okay, when these are dry, I'm going to come back to you. Ooh, I like the way that's rumpling. Look at that. I like that. Okay, I'm going to dry these and then I'll come back. And of course, I forgot to turn on my camera through this whole process. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, look at that sunshine today. Did I take you through the process of the napkins? So I decoupaged the napkins. Excuse me, I decoupaged the napkins. And then I used some Andy Skinner. Can you see those? Andy Skinner stamps, rubber stamps, to do these really cool. Now I did these in silver, and it's not permanent, so I have to spray those. I have to spray these. Isn't that cool? Can you see them? Fossils. Oh, I love it. Okay, then I started with, I found some doll hands. So I am going to start embellishing these cards. Okay. So I have one left that I didn't do because I had moved it out of the way because it had that tile on it. And I think that's really cool. But for 6 of these cards that I do, I can't have anything really, well, a little bit might be okay, but I can't really have anything protruding because it's going to be part of a waterfall and I don't want them to catch. Okay, so I'm just going to take you through the whole process that I did. Oh good, I didn't do the back of this one. So we'll do the whole process. And okay, so what did I do? I used some stencils. So this one is from the Crafters Workshop. You can get these on Amazon. Okay, so whatever you kind of have around that you want to use. And then I just used some media fluid acrylics from Decor, and this one is in phthalo green blue, and I also threw in a bit of quinacridone gold, and some of it mixed and some of it didn't, and I just really like that color combination. Okay, and then I just used a scruffy brush. Let's see, let's use this one. Which one did I use yesterday? I have to get some paper towels today. And just as other artists put it, we're just going to make some noise on our page. This is just background noise. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect. Yeah, it's just a little difficult to get past that tile. Oops. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. All right. Wipe that off your stencil. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to get a real chair today. I've been using this. I love it, and I want to fix it and paint it so that it's really interesting. It's a little wooden chair. It was made in Czechoslovakia. I have no idea where I got it from. I think my sister gave it to me. Right now it's like roped together because it needs to be repaired. Like the legs keep coming out of their slots and whatnot. So yeah, it needs some work on it. And then I want to paint it all funky, but it's a very uncomfortable chair to be working on in your craft room. I'm just going to give this a shot of air quickly. No, I'm not. You can hear it creaking. Okay, now the other thing that I did was I just had taken all my cards. I've seen, I can't remember, I think it was Lori Marie Jenkins. Anyways, my space is closing in on me here. Anyways, you take your cards and you just kind of layer them loosely over each other, right? Spread them out, and then put a stencil over top and just spray them. And wherever it hits, it hits. Okay, now yesterday this plugged up on me, so let's see. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. Okay, let's use this method again. Let's just... But if you have a spray bottle that works, then that's fabulous, because it just kind of randomly, you know, leaves you some nice splatty, you know, marks, which I love, which you can do with your brush as well. Yeah, see, that didn't turn out as nice, but it really isn't going to show that much anyways. So if you want, you can, you know, get some ink on your brush and just... That went right in my coffee. Look at that. Let's see. I think I just mixed it up. As far as I know, Decor stuff is not toxic, so... Acid-free, water-based. Usually their stuff says non-toxic. Anyways. I just poured that, so I am not going to waste it. Okay, so the next thing I did was, let's get this stuff out of the way here. I got out some, okay, one of my little jelly plates and a stencil that I made, and these will be available. I'm going to be putting these in my Etsy shop. Also, they're probably, I think they're going to be available. Yeah, I've got them in the kits for the May. They'll probably go past May because we're still working on the doll books, but it'll be available as Happy Mail for a little while in tier 4. Okay, I don't need a lot of this because I'm only doing one stencil or one card. Now, you might ask why I'm doing this directly on the stencil instead of directly on the card. Really, truly, you do end up with a different effect, and I like it. And I just find that because the jelly plate is soft, you can get, the paint goes right in there, right? But it sticks to the jelly plate, so it's not really going underneath too much. Whereas if you put the stencil on here, because it's not a flat surface, the paint gets underneath and it's just ugly. Ugly, ugly. And then, yeah. The other thing that you can do too is take this, because it's got the paint on it, and you can lay that on and get like a reverse. Get the rest of that paint off there, right? Okay. Now, if you have, oh, here we go. Here they are. My book of disastrous prints. This is what it's called, the Book of Disastrous Prints. These are pieces of paper that I've cleaned my brayer off on, and also that jelly plate experiments have been done on, because when I got my jelly plate, you'll see in previous videos, I had no idea what I was doing. At all. I still don't. But that's okay. This is the joy of mixed media, because mistakes can be covered up, or they can turn out to be happy mistakes. Okay, now this is Speedball India ink, and I'm trying not to get this one in my coffee because I'm pretty sure that one is toxic somewhat. Okay, I don't care. My video quit on me. Not sure why. Maybe I'm out of room. Okay, so quickly before it dies again, I'm going to use the soft end of the toilet paper roll, because sometimes, if you're lucky, it'll make like a bubble on the bottom, and then you'll end up with something like that where the bubble popped on us. So cool. But okay, and it's not going to do it. No, I can't find it. No, that's Caran d'Ache. Where's my Stabilo? Oh, for Pete's sake. I'll be right back. I put it where I could find it. That's why I couldn't find it. Oh my word. Okay, so let's see. So you just dip it in some water, a little bit of water, and just kind of darken around the edges of your image. Okay. And then you can smear it a bit. Okay. Great pencil. Great pencil. I love it. I've got little dots of paper floating around here. And it just helps the images to pop, right? Look how beautifully black that is. Oh, I love it. Yeah, if you get these, you'll probably find that you'll go through them like crazy because you're getting them wet, so they do tend to be used up quickly. And I just bought a box of them. I did, and I'm really happy that I did. You can get them in white too. I got a box of white. I don't find that I use the white as much, but definitely there is a use for the white. And this is not a permanent, so you can take some water and, or a Q-tip or a baby wipe and wipe this off. Mine is kind of sticking there because my my decoupage medium is still not completely dry, so there, baby wipe will take that out of there. One of a kind. And you can actually use the baby wipe to help smear it around a bit too, right, just to lighten it up there. Very fun. Very fun. And then, yeah, whatever you add as much makes you happy. Whatever is appealing to you, right? Okay, now I'm going to get out my EK6000. And these are bite-size EK6000. I don't know if they kind of dry out quickly, but this one is starting to, but it's still soft enough that it'll work. So, and I'm just going to pop that on there. There. Okay. I'm going to give this a quick dry and then I'll be right back. So cool. That looks like, this reminds me of the story of Akhenaten. He's a king that left mainstream Egypt and went and started his own sun worshipping cult. So sort of reminds me of that. So, okay, so this is One Step Crackle from DecoArt. Best stuff ever. And I'm just going to, whoops, go mental. Where's I had a little spatula thingy here that I wanted to use, but I can't find it, so we will use this brush. And that's running right off my card. So just kind of move it around. On your card. This is why my board looks the way it does. Okay. All right. This is going to be so cool. This crackle paste I find, or the medium, I find adds so much. Like, some people don't like glossy kind of looking things, and typically I don't, but it's kind of the look that's evolving with my cards. And I'm really enjoying it. Like it, and it's very crackly, you know? And if you bend the card, you can crackle it some more, right? So I just really love the way it's been turning out. I guess, I don't know, maybe because of the gloss, it's making some of the images more vibrant. So they kind of pop a bit more. I don't know. That's what I'm finding. And, you know, just kind of dab it on and move it around. Don't brush, because you're going to move your Stabilo around underneath, right? And then you'll end up with mud in places that you don't want mud. Okay, now this is going to have to dry for a couple hours at least. I like to put them on the lid for, like, I get these clear sort of Tupperware containers, bins, more or less, to hold a lot of my odds and ends, right? Especially like stuff like this, right? You wouldn't know it, because believe me, it's not all on my desk. It looks like it's all on my desk, but it's not all on my desk. And then if you get, let me see, because I have one right here. Hey Wally. Little cat come to visit me. These. And then I just stick them close to a heater. Usually it's on the floor by my heater. And then I just leave that there overnight, usually. These little dots of paper from punching holes. I even found one in my mouth just now. Anyways, and let that dry. So, that's one card. Now so that's kind of my Egypt theme. Let's grab, where's a doll one? Where's a doll, an art doll issue here? That's fun. I like that. Okay, so let's find a card that I haven't decorated yet. This one's looking really cute too. I want to put a saying on there, but I haven't decided what. What? Okay, let's see. This one's not finished because she doesn't have the crackle medium on her. She doesn't have the crackle medium on her. Let me see. This one needs some jewelry on it before I crackle medium that. This one can use some. I don't know what I put here. I don't know what that's from, but I don't like it. So I'm probably going to cover that up with something. I have no idea what that piece of paper is from. Not happy with it. This one here, we could put a little, this is kind of interesting the way this, I haven't even looked at it really. Interesting. Maybe cute. Let me see. And I like to save the rings, these little links. Always like to save those. That one. Do we want it to dangle? I don't want it dangling. I don't want it dangling. Oops. Okay. That's cute. I like that. I like it very much. Yeah. I think I'll go with that. This kind of looks like a red moon, but it's a little bit, it's too chunky for this look. So let's see if I can squeeze some more EK6000 out of here. Right, so, you know, even if you have these set aside, you can keep adding to them, right? Like when you find the right treasure for it, right? Because I did these, I don't know when, months ago. And, yeah. Like, that's cute. Now, the other thing that I can do is, why don't we add some of this? So what I'll do is, let's use the Crackle Medium. Gosh, I go through a lot of this stuff. I love it so much. I just love it so much. So what I'll do is, put that around there. Oh, maybe I want to move my book. It's very easy to get distracted with this too. You think you're going to work on one thing and then you end up working on many, but it's, you know, it's the curse of inspiration. It's not a curse, it's a blessing. It's always a blessing. Creativity. Wonderful healing and creativity. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you've, you know, found some cards or cut out some. And the other thing is, you can make them as big as you like, or as little, right? Like, this is bigger than a standard playing card. Okay. Now I'm going to take those sprinkles. They're little metal sprinkles that I got from like a dollar store or something. And they're really, I like them a lot. I haven't seen them. I think they only come out at Christmas. And you can get, like, they come with a set of different, will that focus? Right? So they come with like little little tiny beadlets and these, and I'm not sure what else. I'm just going to put this here, kind of like effervescence coming up out of her cup. Oops, that's kind of heavy, but who cares? I know that it's effervescence. Very cute. And that'll dry right in there perfectly. It will. Love these. We went and did the walk around downtown, the downtown Christmas light up last year. And the store was opened, and I go to this store a lot anyways, and they were open. And it was fun because people were just walking in off the street and enjoying themselves. And I went in there and looked around the craft section, and it was fun. And I found those. Okay. Should we do another one? Let's cover this one up. I don't like it. So we'll cover that one up. I love this image. And so I'm going to use it. Because I like it very much. like it a lot. And I'm going to turn this card this way because I want to cover that paper up. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that already, that's perfect. So, let's nip around this. I was cutting some tape with these scissors and they're sticky. I hate that. Oh, I forgot all about it. Last night I couldn't sleep, so I was looking on Pinterest, and Joanna Powell Colbert, or Colbert, I don't know. She's an author, and she has several books out, and she had a post on Pinterest, or on her blog, I guess, for let's see, for making spirit dolls. I just thought, oh, those are beautiful, so check that out. This just kind of reminded me of it. And yeah, so basically you state your intentions. So say if it's a I want to be courageous this month, or courageous or creative. It's like, so I'm going to make a doll that kind of, you know, portrays that, and that's going to be my spirit doll. So you have the title for the doll, so she who is, and then you choose your word. And then when you see that doll, she doesn't have to be elaborate, but when you see your doll, then you remember, right? It's there in your head. She who is creative. I forgot about that until just now. I get lots of, you know, if I can't sleep, I'll scroll through Pinterest or something, right? This magazine cover is a little bit stiff, so it doesn't really want to lay down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat tool, and I'm going to use a palette knife to hold it down as I dry it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I thought, since we were talking about that anyways, I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna do she, but I want to figure out if I want some jewels or something. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I can find something better than that. Well, she who do we want this one? I don't think I want that one. Well, why not? Who is, I liked this, but it's a little bit let's see, let's use the Caran d'Ache pencil. It's a little bit sort of invisible-ish, so we'll do the scribbly like that. She who is creative. Okay. Creative. Okay, let's see. Now, what kind of bling do we want to put on top of this one? Do we want to put this moon shape on her? Oh, I had something else. But how about let's do a key too? So like a key to unlocking creativity. Ooh. Ooh, I'm on a roll. Let's see, what kind of key do I want? What kind? That one's cool. You can get these on Amazon. Like a pack of like 100 of them or something like that for, you know, not too expensive. I kind of like that one. That's kind of cool. That's interesting. I kind of like the way that's looking. And then what we can do is maybe sprinkle some mica or something interesting into this, right? So if you find that, you know, maybe you're stumped and you thought you had like a good idea and then it seems like a little bit bland, well, it doesn't matter, because what you can do after is go and throw on some glitter, or you know what I mean, mica, any of those things, right? I'm looking at my brush and thinking, where's all this yellow coming from? But it's coming from the bottom of my bowl of water for cleaning out my brushes that I haven't cleaned out yet. Oh dear. She who, oops, who she who, oh my word, come on. Yes. I'm going to be careful with this one because Caran d'Ache is also water soluble. So I don't want to smear that. I love this idea. I love it. You could make yourself an entire deck of inspirational cards. How beautiful is that? That is so lovely. Okay. So, these ones want to curl up. That's okay. We will squish them down. Okay. All right. So I'm going to dry this. And then I'll be right back. Get these out of the way. I don't know if that thing will melt. Okay. Right back. Okay, I'm back. So we're just going to do the same thing here with the Stabilo. These really are fun pencils. They really are. Oh. Until you do something stupid. We really should have Q-tips here. There, good enough. Okay. Now, this is really going to make her pop. Really make her pop. Now I can cover up that ugly, whatever that was that I had in here. Whatever that paper was. I don't know why I used it. But that's okay. I'll billow it to death. There. Okay. Okay. There. All right, so let's see if we can squeeze some more AK6000 out of here. Yeah, that's good. It seems to want to kind of keep going for me today. Oops. Oops. And then I'll put the key right there. Like that. Okay. Now our one-step crackle. Put a dab in there. So yeah, what I'll do is I'm gonna let these dry, and then I'll come back to you. Probably have to finish this video tomorrow, but for you it will be instant. It'll be instant for you. And then I will bring these cards back to show you, and any others that I decide to work on. I do have some other Patreon projects that I need to get done, so I know that, you know, it is only $5 a month, but I still want you to have value for your $5, right? So I'm going to work on that also today. Maybe I'll do another card or two today, and then I'll... Okay. Does that give me enough working space to stay in frame? Oh, look how delicious this looks. It's fizzy. It's water kefir. I thought it was pronounced kefir, K-E-F-I-R, but it's pronounced kefir. And oh my gosh, my ring is sideways. It is so good. And so I've been making this for the last few weeks, and I'm getting better at it. And this one I think is elderberry. I made elderberry, chokecherry, crabapple, and plum syrups, and this one's the elderberry. And I've just about got it figured out exactly how much is not too much syrup to put in it. And it tastes a teeny bit fermented, but not overly, and it's really good for you. Probiotics and the whole shebang. Anyways. But you have to be careful, because sometimes, like, if you drink too much when you're just getting started with it, you'll end up with diarrhea all night. Yes, don't ask me how I know. I feel like today needs a candle, and I can't reach that. I can't. Look how deep that is. I wonder if I could use pliers. Let's try that. You know, this is probably the last thing that I should be doing on my desk, because you can see my desk the way it is right now, and it is just a fire waiting to happen. But I am very, very extremely cautious. So, and this is a nice deep candle, and I still think I can't reach that. Oh, I did. Now I can't get the match out. That's okay. It'll burn away. This is very solid glass, so it won't break. Oh, that darn thing. I'm going to do something really not wise here. I'm going to stick a pencil in there. Come on. Catch. There we go. Okay. Do not do as I do. Don't do it. Okay, we are working on these. So we had earlier in the video, so we sanded, where is one here? We sanded these, right? And then we, then we applied, I hear a noise. I wonder if that's my stuff coming from DecoArt. I don't hear anything now. Okay, never mind. Gosh, I'm like so not with it today. Okay, so sanding the cards, getting it to this color, then we went to this stage, and then we never made it to this stage or this stage. So what I did, let's finish up with the back of this one then. Do I have any more that need backs on them, or are they all done? Okay, so these all have backs. That one has a back. Okay, so what I did was, hang on one second. I have to get the napkins. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so these are the Andy Skinner cling stamps. Okay, I forget. It's like a fossil type thing, right? And I'll put the names of this down below. I just couldn't find it right now. This is another one that I want to work on soon. That's fun, eh? So we're not doing that right now. Okay, and then I used silver. I just used silver stamp pad. This stamp pad is not permanent, so these I have to spray them all with fixative. Okay. This is the napkin that I used, and I will also see if I can put a link in here, because I got these from Amazon and I love these. I use these for everything. I'm using them in my COVID doll book. I'm using them, oh, I think I used them in my flapper journal on Patreon. Yeah, so the first thing that we want to do is take the backing or the underpants off this napkin. And I have also been using the underpants of these napkins. There's two on this one because there's still a ghost image on there, and so I have found that useful in some projects as well. Okay, so I'm just going to take some, I want to use test tubes. I think I want to put those in the doll book. Anyways, I have so many things going on at once. Let's have a drink of kefir. Gosh, that's so good. I didn't think I was going to like it, and when my friend said she was starting, it's from a cactus. When she said she was, it had to double, so you start with a 1/4 cup, and then when it doubles to 1/2 cup, you can split it. And so that's what she did, and I was thinking, this sounds like something that I might pour out in my backyard. And I actually really love it. So it kind of becomes an addiction, trying to find different flavors too and find the right mix. Okay, so I'm going to dry this and I'll come right back to you. I can pause this. Okay, now it's mostly dry. It's still warm. Okay, so when that's done, this is really easy. You just tear the rest of this off. Save these pieces. Save them, because you can use them on the backs of cards. You don't have to put like, you know, a nice flat layer on there. Usually what I do is I rip up and just paste here, there, willy-nilly. Okay. So if you want, you can take your scissors and clean up the edges of them a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of a cleaner edge. It's funny, my son moved out and he's come home to pick up a few more things and went running out there. I'm like, I'm so happy to see you. He's like, I've only been gone 2 days. Yeah, he bought his first home. So that's exciting. Okay. There. Now, this is the card that had that piece of vellum on it, and I was worried that it wouldn't stick, and it did. Okay, so it's nice and rumply and interesting, and this is also the one with the tile on it. So let's move these out of the way. I don't bother with these little pieces. Get rid of those. I had taken this board off my desk and put some nice, you know, pale green striped MAC tack on my desk, and you know, I put my board back. The other side of this board is clean. Okay, so then what we did, I'm just distracted because my son is home. I have one of those acrylic blocks to put these on, but so I love this stamp set. Cool specimens. Oh, so cool. Love it. Okay. And let's do this one. And there was one more. Where's the one? There was another one here. What did I do with it? Oops. I do not know what I did with it. I'm probably looking right. You're probably looking at it and screaming, "It's right there!" Oh, there it is. We'll put that one right there. There. Maybe we'll put some more over here. There. I like it. Oh, hell. Why don't we just... There. Okay, so that's the back. Now, let it dry because you don't want to smear that. And this one, this is... I don't know where I got this. Probably, I don't know, Encore Ultimate Metallic. Tsukiniko? I don't know. Anyways, but it's not permanent. The last time I checked, it wasn't permanent. Oh, did I spray these ones? I think I sprayed these ones. This is what happens when you leave your projects too long. Oh, I just got so busy this summer with like foraging and canning and everything. This image I got out of a book, and I was so excited about it. I don't know, I just really liked it. I have always been interested in Pompeii ever since I was a little girl. And so anyways, when I saw this in a magazine, I was just like, or a book, at a book, and I just fell in love with this image. And so I did a transfer, and it didn't turn out very well. So what I did was a watercolor. I painted it, and then I did a transfer. So I did the watercolor, and then I printed it off, and then I did a gesso transfer. You know what? I think we'll do this in another project. I think on Patreon, because those were 2 experiments, and this one, after I did the transfer, I went in with some watercolor paint and just, you know, darkened up some areas in there. I just really love the way that turned out, and it looks like, you know, I think I want to do something around the edges here, but to me they look like, you know, the cracked and peeling walls, and, you know, I just thought that was really cool. So this image I'm going to use, or let's see, I had bought a bunch of junk. So I have this friend, and she has a shop in town, and she sells these bags of junk that she's collected over the years, and she just breaks them up into bags and, you know, divides them up into see. But I was thinking this would make a cool something or other. You know, maybe some of these little pieces like that would be something cool. There was, see, this looks kind of, I don't know. Here, this could be something Egyptian, right? Take this off. Take that off there. There, right? That could be something Egyptian-y. I don't know what I would do with that. There was also some really cool, I don't know where they went. Oh, these earrings. That would make, I don't know, that'd actually make like a cool, I have no idea. Oh, you know what? That might make a cool pull on a journal, like a handle. Anyways, so I kind of feel like this today. So let's keep this one out. I don't like that, but I like that, and I'm wondering if I can bash that with a hammer, flatten it out a bit. Okay, I'm gonna bash this off camera. I'll be right back. So the first thing that happened when I bashed it is it shot right across there into my bowl of dirty paint water. Anyways, and then all the enamel came off, which makes me happy because I don't like peach. Okay, so there's some interesting pieces here. Let's get out the pliers and see. I don't know. There are some good pieces on this. Okay, so let's see. What do we want? What kind of images do we want? Get this out of my way. When women ruled the world. That's always a cool image, right? He's very cool. I like the colors. That kind of goes. So let's take this out. There's a signature-y kind of ring. Can you see? Can you see what I'm working on at all? Oh, this is a good image. That's a good one. Oh, so is that. Okay, so when I end up with something like this, what I do is I cut it out and I photocopy it. I photocopy one side so that I can use both images. I know some people don't like to do that, but I think if I'm using it for my personal use and I bought the magazine, I can do whatever I want with it, right? It's not like I'm advertising anywhere that that's mine, or like I'm gonna sell my cards. I'm not gonna sell them. They're mine, right? And so, you know, same thing with like a page like this. I don't know if I really want to cut that up. I might use it for a different, larger art project, but like I might want that, right? So I would photocopy that little tiny piece. This necklace is really beautiful. That could also be a piece that I use in there. And again, there's a good image over here that I don't want to wreck, right? Another good image. These are good ones too, right? I could cut either one of these out and not worry about this here, because I can, you know, place a piece of jewelry over that. Like, okay, so, and then again, I don't want to cut, right? I want to be able to use both images. So I think I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. And I just find, like, you know, flipping through these magazines, again, like a nice pot there, right? And I've already read this as well, so, you know. Let's see. You know, again, they've got beautiful images. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. This is a good one, right? Now, I would use my X-Acto knife and cut all around that. Where's my card now? I just, and it's so inspiring going through magazines and stuff and finding them. Some of these other ones were from Stampington Magazine, the doll magazines. And yeah, oh, I can't get them here where I live. And if I order them, the shipping is like $50. I'm like, wow, what? Plus the exchange on the dollar. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit frustrating. I think I would save the, I really like that. See, this square here, this wood tile would work if I put EK 6000, because this is recessed. It would stick to that nicely, right? And then I really like this image. I really like it. And then I would probably put like Deco Art One Step Crackle on this. It just kind of, I have really enjoyed making these cards. I really, really have. And it's nice because it's a huge project, but it's not, because each card is one small project. So if you can't finish it all at once, it doesn't matter. And you can just kind of keep your, I'm going to make a nice box for them. I'm going to do a tutorial on YouTube for those as well, for the boxes to hold our cards, right? So I find that is really cool there. This is a cool piece. This is also a cool piece, but I think there's too much of a similarity there. You know what I could do is put this on chipboard, and then we can put in a brad through there, but it'll show through on the other side. I don't want that. And this is just a little bit too big. maybe. I don't know if my punch will cut through that, my eyelet punch, or if I'll wreck it. These images also I really liked, and I kind of think I like these with that better. So I'm actually going to use this piece. Love the colors. Love it. Yeah, I get the urge to paint these things when I see them. Do you know that they found in the ruins of Pompeii rooms where artists were actually doing the work on the walls, the murals and whatnot, and they found little bowls of the pigments that they were using, and they were preserved. It's amazing, absolutely beautiful. So now I'd have to do something dark in here to make that stand out. Even having, that would be interesting to have behind it, sort of like that. That'd be kind of cool. But I've got that there. So I could do, let's see, I could do that. Maybe put that there. It's kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna play around with this, and then I'll come back. Maybe I do want to use both these pieces. We'll see. I will come back to you. It's amazing what happens behind the scenes. I almost choked to death on nothing. I just oh, okay. So I'm still breathing. I'm gonna take this off here. So I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let me move this out of the way. I was thinking about using one of these Tim Holtz things, and then I thought, oh, that's so pre-made. That's not what I want for this project. So anyways, what I'm going to do is we'll put these on here, and then I'm going to take my Stabilo pencil and darken around these letters to bring them out so they stand out better. Okay, so and then I'm going to put some EK 6000 under here. Oh, my son had just asked me if I wanted to go out, and I could have gotten out and gotten some EK 6000. I have a little bit left. So I think I wanted to bring that down a bit. And then when this is dry, I'm going to put some one-step crackle on it so that it looks old. Is this upside down? I think it goes this way. I could be wrong. So let's see. I'm gonna go 1. Now, the interesting thing about these cards is you can use them as inspirational cards, right? So if you've got these, you know, in their own little box, and you decide to draw a card for the day, maybe this will tell you that you're one of a kind. Or maybe you'll just pick up the word kind, right? So this is a fun little project. And it can be a meaningful project. I mean, they're all meaningful. Having art and creativity in your life is definitely meaningful. Yeah, why am I trying to make these straight? Why am I trying to make them straight? What is that on my brush? Napkin. One of a, let's move this one over a bit. Let's not, it's stuck. One of a kind. Okay, now I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to, yeah, let's dry this, and I'll be right back. Oh, okay. Let's see. So let's just nip this off. You know what I forgot to do. Okay, it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Still recovering from choking to death. I was thinking I should have distressed around the edges, but no, because I'm going to take the Stabilo, if I can find it, because I put it somewhere where I can find it. Work on the COVID doll book for Patreon. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some ice resin, and I'm going to do some silver. Have I not used this yet? No. Is it not opened? I haven't even used this yet. It's brand new. Huh. Didn't I? Is that the plastic on it? Oh, right there. Right there. Okay. Got it. German glass glitter. Silver. This is Ranger product. Oh, that's magnificent. Oh, that's beautiful. Whoops, that went right over my word. I don't want that. I don't want that to go over my word. Whoops, there's my... Is... There. And creativity does absolutely require ice resin. German glass. And of course we need pink one. Gotta have the pink. There. That's going to be glorious when it's dry. I love it. Okay. So when this is dry, I will come back and show it to you. Very excited about these. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. Good morning. We're having our morning coffee. It's a scaredy cat. You know, it's reversed, but whatever. Oh, so I finished those cards. Not all of them. I was working on 2, 4, 6 of them, and so I had them drying overnight. I actually turned my heat on. I haven't had my heat on all summer, so I turned it on so that I could try and speed up the drying process of those cards, but with it being kind of cold and damp here right now, kind of takes its time. So anyways, I'll show you what I did. So this is the one that says one of a kind. Really love how that turned out. And you know, it's all it is found junk, or if you go to like you know, Value Village or thrift store, they've usually got like bags of found stuff, right? Or I already showed you this, right? Like things like this or whatever, right? So it's fun to go and look for, excuse me. This is the one she was in her cups, and I added some effervescence to her drink. And then her little jewel at her head there. This one's really interesting. It's still pretty wet. There's the hands on the back there. And then she has the zipper and a key at her mouth. And she's saying, what? Or what? More like, when I put it on there, it was more like, what? with some sass. And then I put puppet and story. We don't want to be somebody's puppet. And there's always a story. We always have a story to tell. And even if we can't share it with anybody else, we know our story. These cards I've decided to call spirit cards. As you remember, we were talking about the spirit dolls earlier on in the video. In my world, that was yesterday. So the doll that I'm going to make is a creative doll. So how this worked was, and I'll put the link below, okay, for the information. You started out with she who is, and then you write your word, and I'm doing creative. So when I made this card, after I had read that article, I thought this deck is going to be a spirit deck. So you can like have this deck and draw cards from it for inspiration, or like randomly, or you can, you know, go through your cards and see which card do I want to kind of have with me today, and then take it out and put it on your desk. Okay, so you can put things like with symbolism and meaning to you, right? So with me, living by the wheel of the year is a huge thing in my life that I've adopted, because it helps me to stay present and to go with the flow of things, and it really helps with anxiety and staying present, right? Which is really important. So to me, this kind of represents the wheel of the year, even though it is a sun shape and even though it says alchemy on it. So it's basically what it is living by the different seasons as they're happening. So that's an important card for me, right? Did I show you this one? So, and then this one is, you know, crescent moon, and then this could either be the sun or maybe the full moon, right? Depending on, you know, what's going on in your life at the moment. Did I show all of them? Did I show you? I showed you the effervescent one. She was frequently in her cups. And one of a kind, right? I don't want to stick those together. So I think I showed you them all. There's 6 of them. Okay, so I'm really excited about them. I am going to do glitter all over my face. I'm going to do a tutorial on boxes that we can put these in. So I'm just waiting for a shipment of supplies from Deckwart, and they're sending me the supplies so that we can do a project with that. So that project, I think I will also put that on YouTube and not Patreon. Okay, so these ones will be available on YouTube. If you are interested in Patreon, it is only $5 a month. I've mentioned this before, that I've changed it. I've taken away all the tiers and I'm just doing $5 a month. And I think that's fair. And so, you know, it'll help me pay for cat food and coffee. Cat food and coffee. And so, and then, you know what? If you can't do that, don't worry about it. You can support me just by liking, commenting, and sharing, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And eventually that is supposed to add up to pennies for us. And so you just show your support that way, just by subscribing and being a part of my life, and comment, because I like to know that you're there, and I like to know what you're working on. I'm interested in what you guys are doing, okay, and how you're doing. Okay, so go ahead, find some cards, start sanding them, even if you have no idea. You do not have to have a plan. Don't have a plan. All you do is find some cards, even if you go to the dollar store and buy a pack of cards, or if you find junk or go into your recycling bin and cut up cardboard, whatever you want. Old gift cards, like Christmas cards or whatever, birthday cards, whatever you can find around the house, and just start sanding and laying on paint, and they will evolve. They'll evolve by themselves, and then make it a fun little project. When you go out, say if you go shopping, you go to the dollar store, see if you can find a little bag of flowers or wooden tiles or odds and ends, right? Glitter. These little, not this one, but these little effervescency ones. These come in like a pack of 4. I wonder if that'll focus. If it'll focus. Come on, focus. It doesn't want to focus. But they're like little shards of metal, right? And they come in like packs of 4, so you get like itty bitty tiny little round beadlets, and I can't remember what else, little stars or whatever. $1. They're $1, and they'll last you forever. And little things like that, like treat yourself. Look at it as a treat for yourself. I do. I deserve little treats. So I'm going to go work on some more of these cards. I know I shouldn't. I cut my bangs, and I really wish that I hadn't, because I could braid them down a bit before, and then they'd stay out of my face, but whatever. Lesson learned. I should be working on Patreon today, so I want to get some projects up there for you. And yeah, okay, you guys have fun. I'm going to finish the rest of my coffee and talk to my son, who I've noticed has been messaging me up here for the last 2 minutes. So I'm going to go and talk to him. You guys have a really good day. Thanks for watching.